Hey everybody, Grest here. So today we're going to look at a little bit different product, and this one comes from HandleIt grips. So this is a custom grip tape for your different firearms, and it's specifically cut for whether you have a Glock or a Smith & Wesson or what have you. Pretty easy to install. I've had these for a while. They were sent out to the channel for review, so let's go ahead and take a look at these things. Alright, so these grips from HandleIt grips, these are custom gun grips for your firearm, for your pistol, and this here is a Generation 1 Performance Center Smith & Wesson Shield, and you can see here that I had installed these HandleIt grips. There's their nice logo right there. This is my wife's Smith & Wesson Shield Performance Center. This guy is clear, of course. I've had these on here for quite a while, so I got a chance to do a little bit of shooting with it, what have you, and just kind of see how they're going to hold up overall. I always worry about something like this. It's a sort of a tape kind of peeling up over time, and also fitment issues, but this stuff here has held up pretty dang good. So let me go ahead, and I have a set of these I'm going to install on a Glock 19X, so let's go ahead and take a look at that. Okay, so when you order a set of grips from HandleIt grips, again, they are specific to the pistol or firearm that you want to install them on. They come with all the little pieces in there, and then on the back here they do talk about the way to install this thing. So of course, confirm unloaded, and then thoroughly clean the surface of the firearm where the grip is going to be installed. Ensure the area is free of oil and grit from use. Wiping it down with rubbing alcohol and a lint-free towel is the preferred method. Let this surface dry completely before installing the grip. Very important, if you do not let the surface dry completely, the grip will not adhere to the surface and will render the grip useless. So don't waste your grip when you're trying to install it. Test fitting of the grip with the backing still on is to ensure proper alignment. Take your time with this. Be careful that the grip does not cover the magazine release. Once you have determined that the proper alignment is done, remove the grip backing. Avoid touching the adhesive backing as much as possible, and apply the grip gently while checking the placement and the alignment before completely pressing the grip onto the firearm. During this process, you can slightly reposition the grip to remove air bubbles and ensure correct alignment. If the grip is positioned correctly and all the air bubbles are removed, firmly press the grip onto the pistol grip, causing it to conform the curves of the firearm's handle. Once the grip has been firmly pressed onto the firearm's handle, heat up the grip with a hair dryer. Do not exceed 130 degrees, and firmly press into place again, paying special attention to the edges of the grip for best results. Repeat this step 2 to 3 times. Warning, do not allow firearm cleaning fluids or solvents to come in contact with the grip. It will dissolve the adhesive and the grip will come off. So you got to be a little bit careful about cleaning. So that's the one thing that is a little concerning. You have to be careful when you are cleaning your firearm. If you choose to remove the grip, it will easily peel off. Any residue adhesive can be removed with rubbing alcohol. Once a grip is removed, it cannot be used again. All right, so clean, apply, and heat. So I installed this on my wife's pistol. It's relatively easy and it's been holding up pretty good. So let me go ahead and walk you guys through and install on my Glock 19X. So here are all the pieces laid out. So here you can see the wraparound portion for your grip. You have the little cutout here for the Glock logo on the pistol grip. You have the back strap here, and then you have these here for the side of the frame, forward of the takedown lever, and then this guy here I believe is for the extended base plate magazine. All right, so the first thing you got to do is go through and of course clean all of the surface. They do include an alcohol swab here that you can use, so go ahead and use this guy. This guy is of course clear, so just so you guys can see. So like I said in the instructions, you want to make sure that the surface totally dries from the alcohol before you start to apply the grip itself. And you can see here it's still a little bit wet. So in the meantime though, we can kind of start looking at the grip assembly itself and kind of see how this is going to fold on. So you can see here, if you fold this around, this is going to be the front strap. You can see your mag release section right there, and then you have the cutout for the Glock logo, and then on the opposite side you have the HandleIt grips kind of logo as well. And then of course on the back side you have the back strap, and you have the little cutout there for the lanyard loop And then we have the two portions for your finger rest on the side of the frame. And then this here, like I said, should be for the magazine from what I can tell. So it looks like, yeah, for sure. This looks like it's for a magazine. Now, you do not have to install all of these on your pistol. You can choose to just do the grip portion. You can do the back strap as well as the grip portion. You can do just the finger rests on the side of the frame. You can just do the magazine portion. So I think probably what I'm going to do, I'll probably forego the magazine portion, but what I will, because I don't really grip that portion, so for me it doesn't make a lot of sense, but I am going to do the grip and then also the finger rest on the side to give myself a little more grip on this handgun. The gripping on a Glock is pretty much unchanged over the years, and it's not bad, but a little bit more grip is not a bad thing. So I have kind of, I always say, my mom's hands, so I don't have super big beefy hands, and a little bit of extra grip there is never a bad thing for me. So I'll start out with the portion going around the grip itself, and you can kind of see there how this thing is fitting. So it gives you a pretty good idea there. You do not want to cover up, of course, the magazine release nor the takedown pin there, the slide release, so we can go over the other side as well. And we're just checking fitment at this point, so you're not trying to put it on, you just want to make sure that the alignment is done properly and that there's no defect or anything like that with the grip assembly. All right, so I'm pretty happy with the way this is. I think that if I line up with the Glock logo and then kind of work my way around, it should work pretty good. So let me go ahead. I think I'm at a point where I could go ahead and release the adhesive and try to install this guy on the pistol. So trying to focus in on the Glock logo as kind of a reference point. Go ahead and kind of lay this on here somewhat loosely just in case I have to modify how it's on. Okay, so I can kind of wrap this guy around like so, and then over on the other side, kind of make sure that guy is lining up, and then up here by the slide release, of course, you want to make sure that that is lined up good as well. And kind of pull this a little on the tighter side because it looks like it needs to go back just a little bit more, and that's looking pretty dang good. So I can see here the alignment on the bottom portion is looking pretty good, and then just going around the frame contours or the grip contours, this is going on relatively easy. Okay, so just like the Smith & Wesson, my wife's pistol, it installed fairly easy there as well. So no surprise that on a Glock, which doesn't have a crazy grip as it is, that I would be able to install this without too many problems. So I do have a little bit there close to the slide release that I'm not crazy about. So maybe I can modify that a little bit. So I think that's pretty good, and if you look around the back, you can see it's relatively lined up. I mean, maybe I got it a little, I could have maybe went a little further around on this side, or maybe I went too far on that side. Hard to really say, but you don't want it loose, you don't want a bunch of bubbles or gaps, so you want it to kind of be part of the frame, so to speak, when you install this. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do the back strap as well. The back strap here is has this kind of cut out here, so this could be my alignment point, this little pinhole. So, and I'll just kind of go up the back strap there. Looks like it's going to line up just fine. And all I'm trying to do here is just kind of go up the rear of the frame with it having aligned all the way up like so, and I'm pressing down the middle, and then you can kind of start working it around the rear of the frame. And if you did it right, if your alignment is really good, you should see that this thing should meet up with the rest of the grip texture relatively close. Now when I start adding a little bit of heat to it, I might get a little bit more flex out of it, but this is actually pretty good. So I cannot complain. Trying to do this on camera, pay attention to the camera and pay attention to the installation of this. You know, that actually was pretty dang self-explanatory there. All right, so last piece of the puzzle. So we have these little kind of finger grooves here, and I'm not really sure which way it makes sense for these to go on. I don't think it goes that way. I think this actually goes, yeah. So I think this one goes on this side, okay, and it goes right about like that. So I can go ahead and install this guy. Like so, and then I can flip this guy around, and I can go ahead and do the other one as well. All right, so there you go. Looks pretty dang good. Not hard. If I can do it, anybody can do it. And like I said, I don't know if I'll do the magazine or not. I kind of like the bare magazine there. So the only other thing you got to do is apply a little bit of heat. So I have a hair dryer right here. I'm going to go ahead and do that. So essentially what you're going to do is you're going to kind of heat this thing up, and then you're going to go around. Once it's warmed up really good, it'll be quite pliable. You can go around and press that thing on a little better. All right, so there you have it. Glock 19X and a Smith & Wesson Shield Performance Center with the HandleIt grips, grip tape assembly installed on here. I did do the magazine on the Smith & Wesson, but that's because this is a very subcompact type of pistol and you need a little bit extra grip on there. But for the Glock, I went ahead and just did without the magazine piece and just left it like this, and I think it looks pretty good. It does add quite a bit of grip to the pistol itself. Should help out of the range with kind of getting on there, especially in the summertime with the humidity stuff here in North Carolina. Any sort of extra grip on your handgun or firearm is never a bad thing. It's a nice little look there. But it's a nice product. I was a little skeptical about grip tape or adding an adhesive grip to help out with that. These things are pretty damn badass. They add a little bit of character to the pistol, if you will. So I mean, this is normally just a big old glob of tan or coyote brown or FDE, whatever you want to call it, but having this little bit of contrast there is not a bad thing. So all right, so there we have it. This is just a fairly quick video on the HandleIt's custom grip for your various firearms. They offer a bunch of different versions. Definitely check them out at their website. I'll post a link to that down below. Any questions or comments, please ask them as well. What is your experience with different types of aftermarket grip items for your firearm? Has anybody used HandleIt grips before? So I know they've been around for a while. A lot of people seem to like them, so I like them. They work really well in my experience. I appreciate everybody watching and subscribing, and I will catch you all in the next video. Y'all take it easy.